I hate poor and ugly people.
Oh my God.
And people
That
who
is
keep their
not-
porch light on and smoke meats. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Not true.
If you're just tuning in, Brooke just told us a story about her new neighbor who she says is terrible. From
Snobby.
Connecticut,
Snobby.
meaning they're snobs. Also leaves his porch light on at night.
How dare he?
And has a ton of different meat smoking devices.
You're gonna get
You
such
guys-
good brisket
You
this
got,
summer.
this is
Can you imagine
small
how good
yard
it's gonna smell?
situation. This isn't like they
You're-
have an expansive yard to do this in.
Your whole neighborhood's gonna smell great though.
I don't know. Imagine
God.
Thanksgiving next
Yeah,
year.
it's,
Yeah.
it's cute for like a week, all right? And then ribs after 3 months is too much.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think I would love it. But we asked you to text in with your own neighbor horror stories. Not sure if anybody can top that.
You
but
guys,
Everybody.
I'm
We-
just saying, I see where this is going.
we will go to the phones and take some phone calls. Hello, Stephanie. What's up?
Yeah, I used to have a neighbor that fed our local skunks.
He
Skunks?
fed skunks.
What do skunks even eat?
I
Like,
don't
how do you
know.
attract them and why?
They would leave bowls out, and
Huh.
it got to the point where there's just like skunks hanging around my house now.
You're like being
Yeah.
trapped in your
Wow.
house by skunks.
Right.
That sucks.
That is
They're
awful.
holding you hostage.
I've heard of people with pet skunks, but it's like after they take the
glands
smell
out.
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Well, there are people that do that with wildlife, like raccoons.
I know.
Raccoons are evil, evil
They
creatures.
hiss.
Dude, I will add squirrels to that list too. Do not feed those things,
Squirrels
are
man. No,
cute.
they're like
No, those are little crackheads.
yes,
Yeah.
they're rabbit-infested, awful animals.
What is your worst neighbor horror story? Text us 78592. Roberto, you've had some terrible neighbors?
Hey guys, you know what? Yes, I have. You know what? I had this this neighbor one time who lived right next to me, and he would blow his leaves over at my yard. With his blow molder or whatever.
Rude.
Rude.
And I would wake up and I would find leaves, and have in mind I don't even have trees in my patio.
Uh-huh.
So I would wake up and my wife would be like, "Oh my God, honey, like don't say anything." I'm like, you know what? Today's the day. I'm gonna tell him something. So you know what? I actually went to the store and I bought my own blow molder. And you know what? I just blew all of his leaves back at his yard. And he actually woke up one morning, like so fed up. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just blowing my lawn, like throwing the leaves out of my yard like you are in mine." We were just having like a back and forth argument. And, it got so bad that he ended up calling the cops.
Oh my god.
What,
See,
for blowing
Yeah.
leaves?
This is where passive
Yeah.
aggressiveness leads to.
Yeah.
Okay? Like
Yeah, I mean, I don't even live there anymore, so I kind of look back and I laugh at it now. But you know what? When the cops came, they literally found us having like a fight with the blow molders.
That's
like, leaves
amazing.
going, like
Oh my
back and
God.
forth.
I just
I was
picture
hoping you
both
were
your
gonna say that.
faces like going blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Get him
It
down
was,
on the
so,
ground.
it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. The cop, you know what? I think the cop secretly laughed because he gave us like a warning. He told us not to do that.
Of course,
Um,
you guys having a fight with like leaf
blowers.
blowers.
I feel like you should approach it friendly. Like I feel like I should go discuss with my new neighbors their porch light that's on all the time because the passive aggressive stuff leads to horrible
Confrontation.
situations with police officers.
Sure.
Right. No, definitely. I really think you should actually. I have a neighbor right now actually who every time the garbage passes like on Thursdays and Mondays or whatever, like he always leaves his trash like in front of my yard because we kind of share like the same front.
Well,
I don't
you know
I
what you
kinda
got to
think
do.
That's going to be a problem.
Get the leaf blower out, knock on his door,
Blow that garbage.
blow that garbage right into his house.
Oh
That's
my
what you have
God.
to do. Text us 78592. We got a text in that says, I don't know why, but our neighbor 2 houses down always comes sprinting out of his house to flip off the garbage truck whenever it
What?
passes by.
What?
Maybe
That's not a bad neighbor. That's actually
Hey.
pretty funny. Just like,
That's
dude, is he going to do it again?
and you don't know the story. I mean, maybe the garbage man slept with his wife.
Yeah, who knows? Hey, Dana, you have a horrible neighbor horror story?
Yeah, so Brooke, no disrespect, but I don't know what you're complaining about. It's not that bad. We had a house full of, they did a lot of drug dealing and crime, and we woke up to the police SWAT team in our front and backyard one morning
Oh.
because the neighbors had taken people hostage and tied them up in the kitchen at gunpoint.
Oh,
Well,
that's
Yeah,
exciting.
but I'm guessing their porch light was off.
Hey, thank
Right?
you, Jubal.
Yeah. Okay. Come on.
It's not so
my-
bad.
Holding people hostage, that can happen from time to time. But at least they weren't maniacs wanting to barbecue and leaving their porch light on.
Listen,
Got a text in at 78592 that says, our neighbor actually complained to the HOA asking if I could get rid of my cat because apparently it was always staring at her through the window.
Oh my god.
cats know, man. Cats know.
Proof that you should not talk to your neighbors. We're asking people to call in with their horrible neighbor horror stories. And I think we have time for one more call. Nicole, what kind of
Hi.
problems have you had with your neighbors?
Okay, so my dog has a trampoline that he plays on, and it has a net around it. You know those safe ones.
What?
That's kind of
so
that's awesome.
Oh my god, a dog.
All I want now is a video of your dog.
Oh, I could definitely send you one. So he chewed his own doorway in the net, like a door.
Uh-huh.
And my neighbor tells me that my dog barks all day, and I'm like, no, that's the other neighbor. My dog doesn't bark at all. And so one day we were arguing about it, and she was like, whatever. And I was like, look, he has a doorway. He literally just sits out here and plays on his trampoline. And the next freaking day, she calls the cops on us,
What?
and she calls the cops on us, tells them that we're trapping my dog in the trampoline, and he doesn't have food and water in the trampoline that we're trapping in.
What?
And I literally had to take the cop to the backyard and look at his doorway. And then when I looked at the trampoline, she had tied the doorway up with zip ties.
What?
Oh, she actually set you up.
Snuck over there and put zip ties on the
Set me
dog's
up.
doorway?
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Yes.
What?
I asked my boyfriend, I was like, did you put zip ties on his door? And he was like, no, how else would he get up there?
Oh my
I'm
god.
surprised you
was
didn't go
like,
the extra
oh my
mile.
gosh.
Plant some drugs on your dog, too.
Yeah.
Keep texting in with your horrible neighbor stories.